All right, hi, I'm Alan Langford. This is What the Fun, episode 19, revision 3, the Reboot edition. So, this is big difference from the high production values I used to have. I'm just trying to more or less live stream this, do a little bit of minimal editing, see if I can crank these things out a little bit faster. And it's been a fun transition, which is why we're on revision 3. So anyway, let's get into it. We're going to start with the Mistral Player. The Mistral Player has raised almost $6,000 now out of a $201,000 goal with 4 days left. This thing's about the size of, just a bit bigger than 2 D cells. The scale isn't really apparent here. It's about an inch high and just over 2 inches wide. This thing is a high-end music player. So it's got a bunch of memory in it, some fancy-ass DAC, and it's supposed to provide all this really high-quality sound experience in a portable way. I think maybe one of the reasons why this thing is not doing so well is, if we start in here, we're looking at $800 for the early bird 30% discount version. So that's $1,600. No, it's over $1,000 if you were going to have this thing go retail. There's two levels of this thing. There's the Sirocco. You can get a 40% discount and get it for only $1,500 and change. That's an awful lot of money for a portable music player, and I wonder what environments you would wind up using it in. Like, you'd be on transit, or maybe out running, so you've got this really high quality sound coming in, but if you're cycling or running or something like that, you have to be able to hear your environmental noise, otherwise you get hit by a truck or something. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm sitting on the subway listening to this thing without any of the background noise. You have a low quality environment where you're using a player. Why would anybody spend $1,000 to get one of these? It just makes no sense. All right, we have the EL lighted safety vest. Now these guys have got a patent. They have a ridiculous patent. It is, let's see, where's their patent here? A patent a few years ago to incorporate electroluminescent lighting in pet and personal safety products. I'd like to know who the patent examiner was for this, and I'd like to get him fired. Basically, we took a type of light and we sewed it onto a vest, and that's sufficiently innovative for a patent. Sure it is. Great. Okay, so this thing, I give them good intention. They're trying to protect construction workers who are working at night and make it so that they don't, get hit by... Well, there's your problem. Any construction site that I've seen at night is hit with these huge bright lamps so that you can actually see what you're doing. And if you go to their illustration, here is some guy sweeping and or shoveling in the dark. He can't work without lighting, so I don't get it. If you had a properly lit site, these little lighted vests wouldn't show up. Sure, if you're walking off the main area or something like that, it improves visibility, but vests also have got this highly reflective material. So if you're driving a car, you see these guys, they light up thousands of meters away. Well, not 1,000 meters, 500 meters away. You can tell that they're there unless you're asleep or drunk, in which case this light's not going to make any difference. I'm sure it could prevent collisions with, say, deer or something that don't have headlights, but seriously. And you know, the Kickstarter price on this thing is $100 for a vest. I don't know if it's rechargeable or whatever, but it's like I can't work today, I forgot to recharge my vest. Yeah, it's just seriously. Okay, on to the Devboy Modular system. Your ideas become a reality. I'm afraid this guy and I don't have the same ideas. He looks like he's stuck in the 80s. This is really sort of an attempt at a hybrid game development, experimentation, prototype kind of platform. He's raised $250 out of his $100,000 goal. He needs $100,000 to build these things. So I don't know how many backers he was expecting, but here's his illustrations of things you can do. You can play Tetris on it. Yeah. And you know, it starts at $129. I think by the time you've actually got it into some kind of a reasonable form, it's what's this? $200. Yeah, $200 for something that plays Tetris and you know, runs games, but it, you know, it's got these peripheral things, and you know, he says you can use it for prototyping or use it as an oscilloscope or something. Now, if you go down, where is it? Oh yeah, we can play Pong. That's worth $100. Yeah, various other retro games. I don't know if you have to code these games or not, but you know, so you've got this frame and you can plug in different kinds of buttons and knobs and wheels and stuff. But where's the breakout? Yeah, so here's the main construction. It's got, you know, a main board, and you get to plug in little bits and pieces like displays and all that kind of stuff. Sort of like an Arduino or Raspberry Pi kind of environment. This one's got an ARM processor, so it's supposed to be kind of mid-range between the two. I don't know if the guy did any market research, but I don't think there's really much of a market for it. And really, this board's probably more useful without his little box and the widget knobs and things. It's let's see, how many people have backed it? 3 backers. I'm surprised he found 3. All right, now the Solar Foldy. The Solar Foldy is a pocket full of possibilities. It's a great alliteration there. So this thing, where's the picture of the sleek and elegant design? Oh, come on. We had a picture for a sleek and elegant design here. Now it's gone. Okay, well, it looks a little. Okay, it's not sleek and elegant. This thing's a solar cell with a battery inside and a bunch of connectors, and then it opens up into you know, a light, so you can use it to recharge your phone and illuminate things. The description, though, the description is what's the fun part. Let's see if it's still the same here. So the inventor of this, or the lead of the project, noticed that people were suffering when hurricanes hit places and took power out. And this is the solution for that problem that she's come up with. Now, sure, charging your cell phone in a disaster like this is kind of helpful, but most of the time the whole cell network is down. If there's nothing to charge the cells themselves, they're going to run out of their backup batteries, and then your whole cell network's down. This thing isn't going to help. It's not going to run your hospitals. It's not really going to do all that much. And there's a lovely scene in their video here. I'll see if I can find it. It's not going to preview it for me. Come on. I think they've updated it. There's one lovely application that they've gotten here where They have somebody using the solar Foldy to illuminate the inside of the kitchen so that a woman can find the sugar for her coffee. What they fail to explain is how the hell she made the coffee in the first place if there's no power. So let's just see how dumb this is. We've got $19,000 out of $150,000 raised with 77 suckers. Yeah, this is not going anywhere, and it's not elegant. It's not solving any real problems. And how much do they want for it? How much do you want for this thing? $79, $120 or more, buy one, give one. So call it $60 a piece, $60, $70 a piece. That's an awful lot of money. I can go out and buy a battery pack for $20 and probably a charger, a solar panel for another $20. So that's $20 or so for the packaging. And it doesn't make any sense. And it's not elegant either. Okay. XQLive. This guy's only got 34 hours to go, but he deserves honorable mention. It's a free-to-use event promotion and event searching platform that allows event administrators to post live event results. So it's a website and an app and a bunch of stuff, and he wants $10,000 to build this. I don't know if he ever asked any event organizers if they were willing to post live event results or not. But the fun part is that all of his examples have to do with tractor pulls. So, it might work in the tractor pull market, but he hasn't managed to draw any more than 3 people to this thing, and he's got 34 hours left. He's as dead in the water as he deserves to be. All right, now we have real artificial intelligence. Is compared to fake artificial intelligence or artificially real intelligence. This thing, I mean, there's a bit of a language barrier in here. They say they're in Denver, Colorado, but I've looked at the team. They're all Russians. Russian names. I don't think that English is their native language, but. For 10 days they want to raise $10,000 to see if there's interest in the project as a whole, and they've created the real AI algorithm, and then there's a bunch of stuff, the real value of the human mind, and I'm not quite sure. There's a long thing here, but we've got these features: a blockchain replicated distributed database. Well, that's kind of redundant. Blockchain is okay, so maybe they're trying to define blockchain for us. Deep training, computer vision. There are open source libraries that will do all this stuff. Pattern recognition, neural networks. Cognitive or cognitive functions, making decisions, synthetic data, heuristic. So this is like a bullet list from a high school AI essay. And for $10,000, they want to see whether or not people are interested in spending $10,000. So, yeah, they got one backer. They've raised $1. I bet you that it's their own dollar. Notably, though, these guys have created 3 projects, so I thought I'd take a look and see what their other works of creativity were. And over here we got them, so we got the real artificial intelligence, and then we have the Organic Bee Live project, which was canceled by the creators. Again, you only see they're only looking at the short description. It's not quite sure what the hell it is. And then we have the AR Mageddon, a augmented reality phone-based game that's supposed to be wonderful. It was unsuccessfully funded, and if you if you go to their website, Mirai.studio, it's still all about AR Mageddon, and I think they're just trying to come up with something that'll let them generate a little bit of money. And they say they're a bunch of graduate students, and they've got managers who've come on to help support the project, whatever it is. Good luck, guys. Lots of luck. Anyway, that's it. That was episode 19 of What the Fund. I'm using Patreon now to see whether or not I can get a little bit of support to do this, because it takes a fair bit of time to put all these things together, do all the research, and sort out the turkeys from all the really good projects, and there's a cluster of really good projects. There's a whole bunch of things that are sort of meh, and then there's the turkeys. And the turkeys are a little bit hard to find, but go check out my Patreon and see whether or not you want to contribute. If you want to see more of these, that would be the way to do it. And I hope you enjoyed episode 19, and catch you later.